Hey everyone, this is Eric Radvon, writer and creator of LadyDarke, and we have LadyDarke #2 campaign launched and activated, um, and off to a really awesome start. So thanks everybody who's jumped on. I've seen a lot of new people discovering LadyDarke, a lot of questions about uh, catching up, getting issue 1 and issue 2. So we've got some bundles in there that have issue 1 and issue 2 for new readers joining the party. But yeah, off to an awesome start. I actually was just comparing like where were at with the first issue. And the first issue was pretty down to it was off to a rocky start. I would say, like, I was really, everything was new. The entire crowd funding thing was new to me, and I was like figuring it out, laying the track as the train was running kind of situation. And yeah, we've just completely outpaced where we were at with issue 1 with issue 2. So that's incredible. It's humbling, and it's just like super awesome to see the process unfold like this, and see people discovering it. You go to like comic conventions and things, and it's like just like this sort of raw, unfiltered process of hawking your wares to a mass of people, and it's tough grind. And so the cool thing about the Kickstarter experience for me has been the kind of like passive nature of it. Like the work speaks for itself, and people see it and they're intrigued by it, and they make a decision, to check it out, which is pretty cool. For me, that's a more comfortable posture than like, hey kids, read my comics. It's like it lets me focus on the creative end and on the storytelling, and less on the kind of like carnival barker flea markety kind of scenario. That said, I will be attending Fan Expo Boston next week. So I'll post about that. I'll have a table there. That should be really exciting. The main thing there is just like the sheer number of people that turn out for an event of that size makes it kind of interesting and fun. Always meet some new cool people, and also meet a lot of great colleagues and super cool people that I've met over the years on the convention circuit. So it's like nice to reconnect, see what they're up to, and just chat with some friendly faces. So looking forward to seeing everybody there. And it should be a pretty cool show. I know a lot of the traffic there, it's like they're there to see the hobbits. They're there to see Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor is there. There's like all kinds of massive stars, and pay a couple $100 to get your photo taken. Hey, if that's your thing, go for it. Spend $10 on my comic, perhaps, as well. So we'll see. It's a strange divide in those crowds. There's definitely like the folks that are there for the pop culture element, and then there's also folks there for the comic thing. But it should be really fun. It amazes me how much the Boston Comic Con situation has evolved and exploded over the last 10 or 15 years. The first one I went to was at the Prudential Center Convention Center, the Heinz Convention Center, and it was like just straight up old school comic convention. And, it was really cool. It's, still kind of had that like small, intimate feeling to it. Hotel ballroom, just like classic comic convention. Now the Fan Expo thing, it's at the new convention center, which is awesome. The whole Seaport district and the transformation down there in the city of Boston has been like incredible. Like when I was a kid, that area looked like Blade Runner. It was like elevated highways. It was so dark. It was industrial. I remember like going there and being like, what a tremendous waste of space. Like space is supposed to be a premium in this city, and you would go to the waterfront, and it was just like obviously entirely broken situation. But regardless, complete transformation, new convention center, new hotels, restaurants, all kinds of cool stuff to do. So yeah, it should be really fun, exciting time. The show is a big 3-day show. I'll probably be there in a limited capacity. Not really sure I'll be there that much on Friday. It was just kind of like the preview night. Probably just be setting up my table and then heading out. And then Saturday will probably be my big day. Although I may duck out earlier in the afternoon, like maybe call it a day at 2 or 3, something like that. And then Sunday, probably just there for a few hours in the morning, and wrapping up and getting back to real life. And there's a few reasons for that. I mean, I've got a lot going on in my personal life and with family and family obligations and things, and then also, just I've learned from doing the conventions where my sweet spot is, and it doesn't really do me any good once the sort of peak, interactions or waves of the crowd pass. It doesn't really do me much good to hang out there and loiter, behind my table when I could be doing other stuff. So, but I'll be sharing all that ahead here. And then so the LadyDarke campaign, take a look at it here. Share my screen. So we're up to 66 backers. Again, we've only been live for like 2 days. So that's fantastic. A lot of new people. From the quick glance I did at the report, there was a lot of names I didn't recognize from LadyDarke #1, which is cool in 2 ways, because it's like new people discovering the book, which is great, but also hopefully a whole bunch of you all who backed issue 1 and reached out to me and like shared how much you enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll come along for the ride, and over the next 27 days you'll find a pledge that works for you and back the project. So hopefully we convert some more of those issue 1 readers, bring you guys over to issue 2. So yeah, everything's going great. You can check us out on Kickstarter. Just you can just Google LadyDarke Kickstarter, should pop up. I'll put the link in this video, of course, so that'll be there. It's all over my social media. So I'm trying not to be overly spammy with it, but also striking that fine line to make sure that I am promoting it as well, that everybody knows about it. It amazes me, like you can post about stuff 3 times a day, and then you'll do it the 4th time and something be like, oh wow, cool, I didn't see this until now. So it's like, there's a reason why Coca-Cola advertises, right? It's like their repetition works. But yeah, so we've got dwindling copies of LadyDarke #1. It's still surreal and awesome that this book exists and it's here and it happened. And with the variant covers are pretty much down to just like single-digit copies left. I've got folks discovering like through online, basically, and just a kind of like a weekly flow of orders coming in, so that's cool to see that the kind of long tail of it, right? There was the initial thing of issue 1, and then fulfilling all the orders and all of that, and then like now these conventions and stuff. Like obviously issue 1 is the focus. It's what we've got on the table, and just seeing people really respond to the design and the whole kind of atmosphere of the character, which was the goal of issue 1, right? So sort of like put our stake in the ground around what this is and what it's going to be about. And so yeah, like we're down to pretty low quantities of the variant covers, and then we've got some of the standard cover left, but I kind of fully anticipate that within the next month or so, with the few conventions I'll be hitting up, we'll probably be kind of liquidated of all these copies, and also the online orders that just sort of continually pop up. So really grateful that LadyDarke's found a foothold here. Excited about what's coming next. Issue 2 has been just a complete joy, start to finish. Working with Emilio, the artist, has been fantastic. I think we really hit it off really quickly, and we were able to get through the pages in great speed. So really pleased with that. And we're more than halfway done coloring all the pages now, and then the final step of the process will just be me doing the sort of final scripting and then getting it lettered. So I fully anticipate that we'll be complete with the production of the book within the next 1 to 2 months. And and that puts us in a really nice position to ship these out pretty quickly after the campaign wraps up at the end of this month. So yeah, excited about that. LadyDarke #2. Can't believe it. It's weird. I feel like I was just talking to you all about LadyDarke #1, and the momentum's really carried forward here. I've already turned my attention to issue 3, and issue 3 is going to be uh, the wildest one yet. It'll be the most. I think issue 1 and 2 are pretty traditional in terms of the stories they're telling and the way it's being told. Almost, I'll be purposefully so like very like kind of like straight ahead. Issue 3 is going to tap into a lot of the comics that I love, sort of as the next evolution of comic reading from superhero comics, like the more kind of like Vertigo type books and things. So it's a little bit more of a surreal. I'll say this: issue 3, there's a surreal center of it, like middle chunk of it, and it's end capped by 2 very like Bronze Agey kind of straight ahead things that you would see in New Teen Titans or Uncanny X-Men or Batman or whatever. So I think you'll find a lot of interest there. Issue 2 is like straight up action adventure. So I'm really happy with the way it came out. I feel like it's a really exciting issue. It takes all the elements that were put into flight in issue 1 and really activates on all of them. So it's like we kind of put all our ingredients in the pot in issue 1, and issue 2 things start fizzing and bubbling and popping and blowing up all over the place. So that's pretty fun. And I think the readers are going to really love it. Be like, whoa, like, whatever you thought of issue 1, I'm pretty sure issue 2 is going to exceed your expectations and kind of blow you away. So yeah, excited to get this going. Again, thank you so much for all the support. If you have already backed the project, let me tell you, any like sharing on Facebook or retweeting or whatever is such an enormous signal boost for us. Again, we're a pretty small operation here, and the comic market, let me tell you, the crowd-funded comic book landscape is insane. Like, there's so many talented people doing so many awesome things. It's like I actually can't really look at it too much, because then it like gives me anxiety. I'm like, what am I doing? Trying to, like there's so many good people doing so much good work out there. So I'm, mega grateful for anyone who decides to, drop $5 on our thing. It's pretty awesome. It's like a huge win for me. So, enormously grateful for all your support, and then any signal boosting you can do. Again, it's like a super crowded marketplace out there, and any kind of signal boost goes a long way to help us out. But, so I will be sharing. Let me tell you something right here. T-shirts. Like, I printed some LadyDarke T-shirts just to wear myself at conventions. Like many endeavors in my life, basically as a joke. It's kind of like over the top street team sort of thing. It's like, I got LadyDarke banners, I got a LadyDarke tabletop, I'm wearing a LadyDarke shirt. It's all LadyDarke all the time, and somehow it morphed into something real. So many people at the last convention I just did came up to me and they were like, "Oh, these T-shirts are great. I want a T-shirt. I want a T-shirt." So I learned I need to get a whole bunch of sizes. I just kind of have like a very small selection of normal sizes. I need to like branch those out. And then like I might just leave this whole comic book silliness behind and get into T-shirts, because like the appetite for the shirts has been through the roof. So we've baked that into issue 2. There will be a T-shirt available as an add-on, and also it's in some of the like the higher end packages that include all the variants and stuff. Like the mega bundle has a T-shirt involved, packed in already. I'll be sharing the design for the T-shirt. I might do 2, might do 1 black, 1 white. Keep you posted. I'm still sorting that out. The last vendor I did for the T-shirts, the quality wasn't great. After a couple washes, the image starts to get all messed up. So I need to do some research there and find a good T-shirt printer that is still affordable. So work to be done there. But yeah, the T-shirt thing caught me by surprise. People are hungry for LadyDarke T-shirts. I did not see that coming. And again, yeah, I might just get out of this comic book stuff and just do T-shirts. Which would be a crazy turn of events. The other thing is colored artwork. So a lot of the preview images on there, I set up the Kickstarter thing months ago. So a lot of the preview images on the base page are just like the black and white line art pages, but we've got color art more than half the book now. So I'll be sharing those in regular updates over the days ahead. I'll also be sharing our variant cover and might do one or two of those. I'm not sure yet. I'll keep you posted. And then whatever, however many variants we end up doing, it won't be as much as issue 1. I really want to keep the printing logistics and the shipping logistics as streamlined as possible so we can get the book out as quickly as possible. But there'll probably be 1 or 2. I mean, there'll be at least be 1. There might be 2. I've got great artist who I will announce shortly who's doing one. Really love that. This guy's put a lot of thought and concept into his concept for the cover, which I love. And he actually approached me to do a cover for issue 1, and it was sort of late in the process, and I was overwhelmed with like 6 different covers I was doing. That I said, let's put this on pause and let's do it for issue 2. So we're able to connect for the second issue. So excited to announce that artist and show at least an outline of the work that's been done there, if not the whole thing. And then yeah, I've been talking to a bunch of other artists, and I maybe would like to get one other one in there. Just I like working with artists. What can I say? So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, more colored pages to come, more artwork to share, more T-shirts to share, all kinds of good stuff coming in updates over the next few days. Thanks again for your support. You can visit my website, radvon.com. There's all the information on my comics there. You can hit on my social media at Radvon on Twitter. It's where I'm most active, and it's where I get the least amount of love. I don't know what that says about me. You can also find me on Instagram. It's at Eric Radvon, and I'm also on Facebook. We've got a LadyDarke group as well. If you want to be invited, let me know. Thanks so much, everyone, and talk soon. Take care.